Hey everybody, it is the Wargaming Guy with a huge announcement. You can see it on your screen. Yes, indeed. Believe it or not, it's happening, people. It is the latest iteration of Strategic Command, Civil War. That's right. You know, it was just last night I was thinking about Strategic Command and whining and complaining like the little whiner that I can be, that we hadn't had a new game in such a long time. And then today, Matrix Game sends me an email which has this in it: Strategic Command Civil War. Whoa. Alrighty then. So, and we can even zoom in on this a little bit, get a little closer. You can see this is a big map. How big, you ask? Well, let's look into some of the details, and then we'll look at some screenshots. Okay, for the first time in its series, SC will be taking you to the 19th century battlefields of the American Civil War. Of course, it's a turn-based strategy game. You will control armies, research, production, and diplomatic policy for either the Union or the Confederacy. So, sounds like basically, in a lot of ways, the same game engine. This is the amazing part. It's going to have a 296 by 224 hexagon map covering all of North America from Canada and New Mexico. I protest that they didn't put Arizona in. I protest. To the Caribbean at 15 kilometers or 9 miles a hex. That's that's insane. 9 miles a hex. That is really small. This map is going to be huge. Obviously, it's the largest map ever SC's ever offered. 6 campaigns, new unit types, new technologies, river team warfare, historical events, pop-ups, play-by-mail, and more. So let's dig in a little deeper, because you say, but Wargaming Guy, I need to know more. Okay, well, I don't know why it's... Oh, because I'm not here. Okay. There we go. We already covered the huge map. Why couldn't they put Arizona in? Never mind. Okay, with few professional soldiers ready to fight at the beginning of 1861, building an army will be just as important as ordering your men into battle. Thousands of volunteers are enlisting, and you will need to organize them into brigades, divisions, and eventually corps. So apparently, we're going to have units as small as brigades. When you think about 9 miles per hex, that's pretty reasonable, I think. Research will have to be undertaken to improve their weaponry and fighting skills. Once their training is complete, you will be able to choose from a variety of famous generals to lead them, including Lee, Jackson, Grant, McClellan, Beauregard, and Sherman. The fate of the entire armies hinging on a single battle, the appointment of talented generals may well be the difference between victory and defeat. So apparently, leaders are going to have and they should have a much larger impact in this game than they've had in SC World War II games and SC World War I. The great rivers of North America, including the Mississippi, Ohio, and Cumberland, can now be navigated by all new river warships and inland ports. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I thought for a second we weren't recording, but we are. Offering an opportunity for rapid movement in their waters, bringing the danger of amphibious attack. On the war on the high seas has also been expanded, with ships now divided into rivercraft, coastal, and seagoing vessels with wooden and ironclad construction. With the most diverse roster of warships ever offered by a Strategic Command game, your admirals will have more opportunities than ever before to achieve victory at sea. I wonder if admirals go out to sea with the ships. I don't know. Reconnaissance Rework. The fog of war has never been more important in shaping your success on the battlefield, as the lack of radio communication means that cavalry will be essential to locating enemy armies and avoiding ambush. Infantry scout detachment, partisan rangers, and armored trains can also be trained to expand the recon capabilities of your armies, while generals willing to use experimental technology will have the opportunity to use observation balloons, taking the war to the skies. European intervention, diplomatic action, battlefield successes, and decision events, such as the sale of the Confederate cotton stockpile or the Emancipation Proclamation, will determine whether the European great powers intervened in the Civil War. The UK, France, and Spain can all be persuaded to support the Confederate cause, and their entry could greatly alter the war's outcome. War in Mexico. While the Civil War... Let me just do that here. Now, can we stay here? Thank you. No, we cannot, apparently. What's going... that's why. War in Mexico. As the Civil War divides the United States, the French Emperor Napoleon III is engaged in another battle for control of Mexico. The front lines in America's southern neighbor will be constantly changing, and if France should enter the war, players will be able to take up the flag of the Republic or the Empire as the Civil War grows into a conflict to determine the fate of all North America. Whoa! Okay, that is cool. I don't recall any other civil game that's ever offered that. And much, much more. Using an enhanced version of the engine, the American Civil War also incorporates all of the much-loved features from previous titles in the series, ensuring a great gaming experience awaits series veterans and new recruits alike. Let's see if this will work. Hey, there we go. There's 6 campaigns, 1861 Blue and Gray, 1861 Manassas to Appomattox, 1862 Scott's Great Snake, 1862 Trent War, Alternative History, What if the UK Recognized Confederacy, 63 Lee Rides North, 64 Make Georgia Howl. Okay, here we go. New units, balloons, rangers, monitors, river gunboats, and many more. New technologies, naval engines, ironclad skirmishers, good, and the field telegraph. River team warfare is now capable. The waters can be navigated by 3 types of river vessels. Coastal and inland fortresses, defenses, inland fortress defenses, he said, play a much greater role in Civil War strategy, guarding many key ports and waterways. Built before the war, their locations are known to both sides. Deactivating partisan scripts, historical event pop-ups, and European intervention mechanic now requires only a single event to be disabled. Okay. And just in case you're interested... You need Windows 7, 8, or 10. Yeah, this isn't exactly what I would call, you don't need a lot of stuff to run this, as is true in most strategic command games. So now, let's take a look at some of the screenshots that we've got. Here we go. Here we are in Northern Virginia. You can see they're using the round circles. Let's get a little closer. Yeah, there they go. You can see the cavalry on the horses. That's the HQ. Looks like you've got maybe, I don't know. That's a brigade, I think, with an X. This would be maybe a division, depending on what time this is or whatever. I don't know. So that's that map. Now, here's a production table. So this looks very similar. It looks almost exactly the same, actually, for any strategic command people. So it shows in some of these where they will pop up as well as when. Okay. Here's a historical event. George A. Custer and Elizabeth Bacon are married. So they're getting pretty deep into events. That's good. Here's another example. Naval stuff. You can see the ships. Is that like an ironclad maybe? I don't know. But they got different kinds of ships there. You got forts and on the rivers. So, okay, that's a good look at maybe what we're getting naval-wise. Another fort. A lot of forts, man. Secretary of the Navy. Okay, it's just saying our capture of the Norfolk Naval Yards gives us access to major vessel construction. Okay, that's the Confederates capturing Norfolk. Federals were leaving Norfolk. They burned the old... Oh, okay, this is the Merrimack. So do you want to begin to work on it? All right. And here is the same map we looked at before, but using NATO stuff instead of just guys standing on their head. You know, just guys. Whatever you call that. So this is an interesting map. Some of these are not your usual thing. So the leaders... Well, if that is a leader. Yeah, so they look the same, but I'm guessing they have more of an influence. We'll find out when the game comes out. Yeah, those are brigades, divisions, And there's a core. Awesome. And, oh, I don't even know what that's there for. Never mind that one. Okay, guys, that's it. Big news. Now, when is this coming out? Well, they're asking for beta testers, which I believe is, nope, is, yeah, you can apply here for beta testing if you want to jump into that. So I'm going to guess it's going to be a while, unfortunately. But I will keep my fingers crossed, and if any big updates come out that I hear about, I'll be sure and let you know, because I love Strategic Command, and this is going to be cool. Maybe now this is a Civil War game, unlike the last one I tried to play, that I know I can play. So we're going to have fun with this when it comes out. All right, guys, that will do it for this. Just a quick announcement of something cool. I'm going to get this up on YouTube ASAP so you can all know about it and enjoy it. So thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you can, and I will see you later.